Hey there, I'm Candace. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's get right into it and let's talk about everything that is going on in the real estate market in February 2024. All right. Well, quick story time. I'm sure many of you have probably read out there. There is a news article going around about an open house that took place in Mississauga that had 85 people show up to this open house and it sold X amount of over asking. Now, one thing I want to caveat with this is we are seeing some activity out there. I'll tell you what I'm seeing personally in a minute, but the listing agent of this home put the price of the property the same price that the seller had bought it for in 2017. Obviously, that's not the price that the seller would accept. So it went into multiple bids and then accepted an offer over asking. And this is why I am so cautious with sellers out there that want to put their property on the market, because I keep saying, look at what's around you, okay? Because again, it's I don't care what the listing price is. Unfortunately, we don't have great guidelines for realtors like myself where we can list property, within proper market value, or there's a specific way that we should list properly. It's basically anything you want to put on the listing. So sometimes you'll see a property that's really low, and then I get my clients calling me saying, Candace, oh my God, I can't believe that we can afford this property. And I'm like, you can't. Here's the market comparables. I've had to do it with buyer clients, where I say, okay, let's try. We submit an offer at the asking price, and of course, it gets either rejected flat out or they come back with a counter offer that is more in alignment with the market comparables or what's recently sold. You'll see properties sometimes be listed extremely high. I just had a client that messaged me now. She's going to sell her home, and she said, Candace, look at what the home down the street is priced for. And I said, yeah, but look at what's sold. So I'm not sure they can get that, right? And it's been on the market for quite a long time. So these are things that we have to look at. So more of the story, how does this affect you? Well, January, we did see numbers come up. New numbers have been released for stats, and there is a 37% increase in home sales. What that means is transactions that have been happening, sellers that have been selling their home, and buyers that have been buying the home. That's the first thing. In terms of sold pricing, it's kind of fair with what it was in December. Now, that being said, I want to push forward to what I'm seeing personally in February, okay? If you are thinking of selling your home right now, I'm going to tell you how you can do that real quickly and get the best top dollar for it. It's actually starting to really rev up. Buyers are coming back into the market because the interest rates have been holding and going down, which is what everyone said it would do. Everyone predicted that March was going to be the time when interest rates were going to start going down. We are seeing that. And so more buyers are coming out because, again, this isn't really an issue of, not enough buyers, right? The issue is we have not enough homes, or what I always tell clients is not enough good homes, right? Because a lot of times you want a home that is completely done up, renovated, really to your imagination of you just being able to move in. And so do a lot of other buyers. So this is where we get kind of stuck. So if you're thinking about selling your home, now could be a good time. You might be able to jump in right before the spring market, because some of the things we're hearing is that spring's going to be really busy. However, some people are saying that it can be like what it was last year, where, February and March going into April were really busy, and then the summer months kind of tailed off as people started to do different things. But it could be a good time if you have always thought about selling. A lot of homes that were on the market last year are starting to come back on the market now. So again, that's because the seller didn't get the price that they wanted. So they're trying a different market, hoping they can capture that one buyer that they're looking for to pay them the asking price of what they're looking for. All right. If you are a buyer, I am not scared of this market. Okay. You'll have a lot of people that might say, oh, but there's multiple offers and there's bidding wars. Yes, but it's interesting now with new regulations that have come into place. TRESA has come into place to protect consumers out there, both seller and buyer, and have offered some more tools that we can use towards the bidding and offer process. So is it going to make things a little bit easier? I hope so. I think it's really great that they've introduced this because there's more transparency within the market, which I'm all for. And I will be doing another video talking strictly about TRESA. But as a seller now, you're going to be able to disclose things in your offer to different offers that come in. So for example, if you're a seller and you now have 4 offers come in, you can now say to those other offers that have come in, hey, this is the price I've been given for my home from another agent, a buyer agent. What do you think? right? So hopefully it will bring more transparency. This isn't new, by the way. We have also been able to allow sellers to reveal anything about their property that they wanted to do. They have this in different places of the world. Australia has this, UK tried this. Here's the thing with the, open bidding process instead of the blind bidding process is it doesn't really make a difference because at the end of the day, a seller has a price point that they want. So either going to get it or they're not going to get it. That's it. So if you're a buyer right now, what I would say is get yourself ready to make an offer. Go out there, take a look, lots of open houses, and as soon as you find what you like, put something down, right? It might benefit you to not wait till the offer date. Sometimes it might benefit you to wait after the offer date. This is something that you want to strategize with your realtor, right? Make sure you really understand. Pre-cons are coming back. I'm getting a lot of calls for pre-cons. I specialize in different pre-con projects with the brokerage that I'm with. We do a lot of volume in pre-con, so I have access to all of the newest pre-con developments in every area. We're talking all the way from Durham out, all the way to Kingston. What else? Kleinberg was one that I just recently was privy to. So if you're thinking about doing a pre-build, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying there's a lot of things you want to understand because we're also seeing a lot of distressed assignment sales. This is where people have bought a pre-built and they need to sell and they're walking away. They're walking away from big deposits because they either can't get the mortgage, that's normally the case, or the mortgage is a little too high and it's unfortunately worth it for them to walk away, right? So this is where we're at with that. And the last thing I just want to say is if you are thinking about investing and you can't do it in Toronto or Ontario, you don't have to. So I help a lot of clients that buy both locally and internationally. We look at places sometimes like Calgary, Halifax. We're also going international. We're looking at places in the States. We're looking at places in Europe. There's lots of places you can actually buy and put that in your portfolio as an investment so you actually can earn some money on it. Now, granted, this comes with a lot of tax implications, so you want to make sure that you understand that and work with a realtor that understands this, but it's an option. And the last thing I want to say, if you're a first-time home buyer, there are tax incentives to help you with not only purchasing your property, but also to be able to repay it and some tax breaks for you. So that's something that's out there too that you should be discussing with your realtor. All right. So summing it all up in February, a little more action, more people are out on the streets. We're starting to see listings go up a little bit. People are getting ready to list their property now, put it on market. And we're starting to see open houses kind of fill up again with people coming in and making offers. I look at the sold pricing. So take a look at what's been selling in your area. If you have a realtor that you could trust, go talk to them to make sure that they take a look at what's selling in the market, because that's really going to give you that baseline of what's happening. Are lots of properties going up at a certain price, but then they're being terminated? That means that they're not selling. That means that the sellers aren't accepting a price that's coming in. I don't care how many offers a home gets. I don't care how many viewings a home gets. I care about the number on paper. What is it actually selling for? That's going to be something that's really going to help direct your decision that way. And as always, if you need any help with any advice in the real estate market, if it's anything having to do with real estate, I'd love to have calls and consultations. Just have a chat, let you know what's out there. If you're looking to speak with a really good mortgage broker or speak with someone at a bank to consider your mortgage needs, I think that's number one and that's key in the process. And then don't forget to talk with a real estate lawyer. A lot of people forget this till the very end, but it's important because you want to make sure that you know exactly what you're doing, what your payments are. I hand out to all my clients a spreadsheet that itemizes every single cost they will incur, a monthly household budget that will help them budget and kind of remind them of any of these little things that they might not think of because, of course, it's not something that you deal with in your daily life. So you want to make sure you're prepared for that. All right. Well, I hope this February 2024 report has been helpful. Always here for any questions. Thank you so much for watching and take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.